Good morning, Regional Australia. Just wanted to thank Kerry and Russell from Regional Business Connect for inviting me on today. And I've got 10 questions to essentially answer in 10 minutes. So I'm not sure how I'll go, but anyway, we'll give it our best shot. So the first question is, what is your name, company name and location? Well, my name's Steve Semmens, also known as the Persuader, which is my company name as well. I'm located in Bathurst. And we're a coaching and training organisation that mainly covers the Central West from Lithgow to Dubbo. How many years in business? Well, this is my 16th year and will be 17 years old in November. So I'm really looking forward to that. We've been through droughts, fires, floods, and we'll get through this pandemic as well. So always light at the end of the tunnel. And, whatever gets thrown at us, we just hang in there and we come out the other end. What is my preference for marketing my business and why? Well, that's easy. For me, it's networking. Networking is one of the most powerful tools to really build and get to know clients pretty much immediately and then build those relationships over time. So what I've found with networking is that you can make an assessment of somebody that you meet usually within 30 seconds, and I can say, yeah, I could do business with this person, or no, I can't. So I really like that option. I'm not big in a lot of the other ways of advertising and marketing your business, but I do love LinkedIn. I think that's another really powerful tool to utilise. Lots of professional people on there who essentially are about wanting to do business. I also use Facebook, and in particular use Facebook for creating awareness around a variety of business subjects that we cover in our training courses and through our coaching. And I find that Facebook give people the opportunity to see what I'm like, but not only professionally but personally as well, so they can see essentially an authentic page of who I am, what I've done, what I can contribute, and I think that really makes a big difference when I engage with those people at a networking event, because they've already seen me on those other two platforms. Next question is, what has been your biggest business disaster and how did you turn it around? I guess my worst thing was having a client that was 70% of my business, and when the GFC hit, I lost that client. And I've got to say that when they pulled me into a meeting to let me know that they were no longer able to utilise my services because they were leaving Australia after 82 years, I changed colour, because that is essentially like I said, 70% of my business. So I learned very quickly, and I make it a rule now that I don't have any one client being 25% or more of my revenue. And that's made a big difference to essentially keep me safe. So that's worked really well. Next question is, what are your most important business tools? And again, for me, it's networking and building relationships, very strong relationships with customers over many, many years. So even some of the clients I have now are people that I've known for 20, 25 years, not just through my own business, but through other businesses that I've worked for. And it just makes a big difference. And it makes work enjoyable, because I'm ringing and talking to people and meeting the needs of those people that I've already known for quite some time. What is my most prized business system? Well, I've got to mention two. First one's Xero. Val Hughes from Panorama Bookkeeping got me onto Xero, I don't know how long ago now, probably about 4 years ago, and it really saved my bacon and saved me about 2 days a week in my out of my Excel spreadsheet. So thank you, Val. Yeah, and it's a wonderful tool. I can work out where I'm at any part of my business within seconds. So it makes a big difference. And my other tool is Salesforce, which is my customer relationship management tool. It basically has a list of all my clients, and I add in any tasks or any projects that I'm working on, any conversations that we have, so that I can remember where we're at with that particular client at that point in time. I used to have a great memory many years ago, but now it's very tough. So I prefer to have everything written down or in the system, and that works really well for me. what is my preference, running a small or large organisation? Well, that's easy for me. Smaller organisations are wonderful things. They're a lot more, uh, I guess, easy to work with. There's less politics. The majority of people get on really well together. And that's why I love regional businesses, because everybody is just, from my perspective, so down to earth and willing to help each other out, particularly in tough times. And we've been through a few tough times lately. Um, how do you maintain your work-life balance? Well, I've got to say, I'm not very good at that. I love what I do, and I must admit that in the past I've worked 24/7 because I just love the work. I love networking. I love my clients. And so it's been a bit difficult to get that work-life balance. But over the last couple of years, due to ill health, I have started to slow down a bit, although some people might not agree with that statement. And in particular, COVID-19 has actually forced us into spending a lot more time with our families. And I've got to say, it's been extremely enjoyable to have spent a lot of time with my wife, and my two boys are home constantly. So it's been really, really good. Uh, what is the most important thing to do when managing a team? Well, from my perspective, it's emotional intelligence. It's really having that social and emotional awareness of the impact of your words and actions on other people within your team. And if you can have an understanding of that, and your team has an understanding of that, it means that generally you will work together for the one goal, and it's a lot easier for you to resolve issues, and it's a lot easier that you communicate much better and much clearer, because there's no misunderstandings. And when somebody is being a little bit upset, then you back off a little bit, because you have some awareness around that there might be an issue there, and you behave accordingly. So that makes a big, big difference, and to certainly encourage anybody that's working within a team to learn a lot more about emotional intelligence, and certainly around social and emotional awareness. And the next one is, what is the most important advice you've received in running a successful business? And this came from a person many years ago, and I can't remember who told me, but essentially was to put people first. So if you have strong relationships with your staff and with your customers and with your suppliers, it makes a huge difference in relation to how successful you'll be in the future. So what I've found, that many businesses can be successful in I guess what they call high tide. It's pretty easy when things are going well and whatnot. It's easy to make money in a business, but when times are tough, it's those relationships that you've built over that period of time that get you through those tough times. And I don't know how many times clients have helped me out through the GFC for a starter. Some of my health issues, been very understanding about that, and it makes life well worth living. I love my customers. They are just such amazing people. They have amazing organisations, and if I can contribute what I've learned over the last 35 years or so, being in both the corporate and business world, then I'll help out as much as I can. So it's been a real privilege, actually. I've got to say, it really has, to deal with the people that I deal with, and I can't wait till COVID-19 is over so that I can actually go out networking again and catching up with a lot of these amazing customers that I have, and getting out in front of people, doing face-to-face training, uh, face-to-face speaking, and face-to-face coaching. So it's all good. Anyway, on behalf of the Persuader, I'd like to really thank Regional Business Connect, Kerry and Russell, for inviting me to speak this morning. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you for your attention, and if you ever need any advice, please feel free to call the Persuader. Take it easy and have a wonderful day. Thank you.